Hello everyone, I am Biji Suresh, faculty of Silver Hills Public School. I work in the science department as postgraduate teacher in biology. The topic we are going to deal with now is chapter 7 from class 8 of CBSE. The name of the chapter is Conservation of Plants and Animals. A very significant topic in today's world. So, what are the learning objectives of this particular chapter? To develop love for Mother Nature and to understand the importance of trees. To realize the dangers of deforestation. Massive deforestation is going on in the world now. What are the dangers to the entire earth due to that? To understand the significance of conservation of forests and wildlife, major projects like Project Tiger, etc. To compare endemic species and endangered species. To understand the importance of the 3 R's. What are the 3 R's? To create awareness about recycling of paper. So, those are the major learning objectives. Let me start by showing you this picture. Which animal is this? Which bird is this? Any idea? It is a bird called dodo. You can't see even one specimen of this, live specimen of this on earth now, because it became extinct from the surface of the earth around 500 years back. This beautiful bird, a very big one, but unfortunately it couldn't fly. It lived in Mauritius and lots of them were there on earth. But unfortunately, due to hunting down by human beings, they became extinct. So, it's very important that more species of plants and animals do not become extinct. That is why this particular chapter is very important, and by understanding the concepts from this, children who are listening to this particular topic must enlighten others in the society. Now, I introduce 2 new terms to you, flora and fauna. Flora means plants, fauna means animals. So, forests, we say, is teeming with biodiversity. There are different varieties of flora and fauna. Now, a lot of trees are also there in forests. How are trees useful? Trees yield many useful products like timber, fruits, medicines, dyes, etc. They bring rainfall. Their roots hold the soil and prevent soil erosion. Humus will increase the soil fertility, and trees take up carbon dioxide and give out a vital gas called oxygen. This they do during the time of photosynthesis, when they prepare food. Another term, deforestation. Deforestation refers to the cutting away of trees, thereby leading to destruction of forests. It's a very dangerous topic, deforestation. Have a look at this. A scene showing deforestation. None of you will be happy to see this scene. Okay, if that happens, if deforestation happens, what are the dangers? The following: there will be soil erosion, plants and animals will die out, many of them may become extinct like that dodo. Rainfall decreases because trees bring rainfall. So that decreases. Naturally, soil fertility also will decrease. Desertification happens, and there is more chance for flood and droughts. More chance for flood and droughts. What is this term desertification? It refers to the conversion of fertile land into deserts due to the cutting down of trees. What was a luxuriant area earlier on will become denuded. There will not be any trees. It will get converted into a desert. That is called desertification. So, in order to prevent this, the degrading forests, they are protected by the government as protected areas, specific protected areas. They are named as biosphere reserves, national parks or wildlife sanctuaries. Biosphere reserve, here large areas of protected land for conservation of wildlife, their plant and animal resources, along with traditional life of the tribals living in that area is conserved. The local people, the Adivasi people, the tribal people, they are also allowed to encroach its outskirts without causing any damage. National Park. These are areas reserved for wildlife where they can freely use the habitats and natural resources. And the third term is wildlife sanctuary. These are areas where animals are protected from any disturbance to them and their habitat. So, those are the slightly different terms. All these three are the protected areas. Let's take the example of one such protected area called Pachmari Biosphere Reserve in India. It is situated in Madhya Pradesh state. Okay, this is the map showing Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. And see the scenic beauty of that area, of that reserve. Here you can see many endemic species. So, I am introducing a new term to you, endemic species. Endemic species are those varieties of plants and animals which are found exclusively in an area, only in a particular area, not naturally anywhere else. A very good example I can give you is that of kangaroo. When I say kangaroo, then immediately you correlate it to the country Australia. Similarly, Pachmari Biosphere Reserve also has its special endemic species. Have a look at these: wild dog, cheetal, wolf, leopard, fern, jamun tree. All these are endemic to Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. Also, this magnificent animal called the blue bull, or this peculiar plant called the silver fern, giant squirrel, large teak trees, another beautiful animal called the chinkara, trees like sal, wild mango. All these are endemic to Pachmari Biosphere Reserve. Moving on to another topic, Project Tiger. Project Tiger was a project launched by the Indian government to protect our national animal tiger from extinction. We take pride in saying that tiger is our national animal. But what a shame it will be if all the tigers become extinct from India. So there is this ferocious carnivore, the tiger. Scientific name is Panthera tigris. And earlier people used to be really scared of it. The minute they see a tiger, they feel it's a man-eater and it has to be shot and killed. But now we know the tiger species is very, very vulnerable. Only a few of them are left on the earth. We can say they are endangered. So it is very essential to protect them. And for this purpose only, the Indian government launched the Project Tiger. Okay, the other term, endangered animals. Endangered animals or plants are those whose numbers are diminishing and they are under the threat of extinction. Like that magnificent dodo, they also will soon disappear from the surface of the earth unless we protect them. Okay, so they are given special protection. Nobody is supposed to hunt them or destroy them. So such organisms are named in a particular book called the Red Data Book. Red Data Book. It gives information about endangered species of plants and animals. Examples of such endangered animals are the wild buffalo. You can see it's quite huge, very strong, but man is cruel. He's made even them endangered. Another magnificent deer called Barasingha. Barasingha. Or even the huge rhinoceros. This beautiful animal is hunted just for its horns. Okay, sometimes you see this picture of birds moving away from an area, sometimes from one country to another country. Now that mass movement is what we call migration. So the question, why do birds migrate? Why do they go away from a country for many months? Why do they migrate? Two reasons. One is to escape from harsh climate in their area. Maybe their homeland is at that time very, very hot or very, very cold, such that there is only ice and snow. So in that condition they cannot survive. Second reason is to lay eggs. If in their hometown the conditions are so unfavorable, they will not survive. Their chicks will not also survive. So they migrate and lay their eggs in a different country. Very good example for that is this bird, Siberian crane. Siberian crane. From the very cold Siberian area, it will fly to the lakes in Rajasthan and survive there for a few months before it flies back to Siberia. So that's the beautiful Siberian crane. Now, another very important topic, recycling of paper. We have lots of waste paper at home, maybe the old notebooks, textbooks, answer papers, newspaper, etc. Don't throw away the paper. Don't burn it. Always send it for recycling and give this message in the society. Why is recycling of paper very, very important? You can see there are three vital reasons for it. One is this can help to prevent deforestation, cutting away of trees. You know that the raw material for making paper is got from the pulp of trees. So when you send paper for recycling, that paper can be used as a raw material. So you don't have to cut too many trees. That's the first important reason. Second reason, it saves energy and water which is used for making paper. And third reason is, it reduces the amount of harmful chemicals used for paper making. So I hope you identify how very important it is to send waste paper for recycling. 3 good reasons I have given you. The 3 R's. Very, very important. Again, practice it in your own life. I am doing that. And spread awareness about this in the society. The 3 R's. Which are they? Reduce, reuse, recycle. Reduce the resources that you are buying. Buy things only which are very, very essential for you. Don't buy excess. That is reducing. Reusing means certain items can be used again by us. It can be used again. For example, bottles, Horlicks bottles and all. Any such bottles, you can use it at home. Recycling. I told you about recycling of paper. Similarly, metals, glass, etc. can be recycled. So please ensure that you practice the 3 R's. Another good term, reforestation, also called afforestation. It is the opposite of deforestation. That is, planting trees to grow back forests. Planting trees to grow back forests. Look at this tree. It seems so cool. So if there is such a tree in your locality and it's a hot sunny day, would you prefer standing under this tree or going out and standing in the hot sun? I'm sure you would like to stay under this tree. So why don't you think about planting trees? Your tree. It should grow up. It can outlive you. You can tell your grandchildren that this is the tree that I planted. And lastly, something called Forest Conservation Act. Forest Conservation Act. This law was made by the Indian government to preserve and conserve natural forests along with meeting the basic needs of people living in or near forests. That is the tribal people. They were also considered along with protection of flora and fauna, protection of that degrading forest. So, by learning this topic, what values can you imbibe? Love for nature. Do plant at least one tree. That is what you can return to Mother Earth. Teamwork of protecting nature around you, planting trees in your locality, etc. And practicing the 3 R's in your life. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Not only that, spread awareness about this in the society. Yes, before I wind up, what all did we learn today? We learned that trees are our friends and they give you a lot of useful products, but unfortunately they are cut down by doing deforestation, and that is causing lots of problems in nature. Then we learnt about migration of birds. We decided that all of us will practice the 3 R's: reduce, reuse, recycle. And we also decided it's a good idea to have afforestation, planting trees to grow back forests. That's all. Thank you.